Good evening and welcome to Square Work Media's world. We are live. Oh, I've just. How you guys doing? Hello, Army. How are you? I've got some bad news, as you can tell from the title of this. Someone I do not understand from a case I did not know was going on, apparently since 2020, is under arrest, has been arrested, or is facing charges still for some. I don't understand. So we're fixing to watch this video and get into it. It's Moist Critical or Moist Charlie Clips. It's a channel that I guess makes clips of
Did get arrested.
Moist Critical's reacts. So let's watch.
Yes, I know. Justin Roiland did get arrested. Yes, I know. This was a
Wubba lubba dub dub, guys. Especially once you hear what it's about, what it's related about. Supposedly, it's just sad. I hope he didn't do it, but let's listen to it.
This was a surprise to most people, but apparently this is actually a case that's existed since 2020.
That's what I don't understand. How we're just not
And now
hearing,
he's been arrested for it.
How we're just now hearing about it, and why is he just now being arrested?
He was charged with domestic battery and false imprisonment in May 2020 after an incident with a woman he was dating, according to a criminal complaint.
What?
And I'd never heard of this till today, like most people. Thanks to the resub.
How?
San and someone else. False imprisonment, basically holding someone against their will.
Yeah,
that's usually what that refers to.
It's kind of a big charge. It's a nasty one.
There's a criminal complaint which charges
like
Roiland
kidnapping.
with one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment
injury. Corporal injury. Did y'all hear that?
Menace, violence, fraud, or deceit.
What the fuck?
It occurred January 19th, 2020 against an anonymous Jane Doe who was dating Roiland at the time. Initially pled not guilty to both charges in October, and there's now been more than a dozen hearings, including pretrial hearings.
So this isn't being dropped.
$50K bond.
He bargained. Damn.
Yeah, it's not good. What was he known for? Rick and Morty is what most people know him for, but it actually extends beyond that. He's the guy who completely changed most people's entire sense of humor. So for a lot of shows and a lot of other like comedic writing, it all followed his formula of like over-explaining a joke to make it the joke. So like drawing it out, like really long like explanations, like High on Life, for example, his newest game. You're really gonna shoot that kid? Oh my god, you just shot that kid. Shooting kids is really bad, but you just shot that kid. I mean, I know most games don't let you shoot kids, but you just shot that kid. Wow, that's gonna scar us. Wow, I'm never gonna forget that image of you shooting that kid. So that became like kind of the trend. But I like Rick and Morty. I didn't like High on Life. So it's really hit or miss really for me.
I haven't seen High on Life. I don't know what that is, but I'm a definite Rick and Morty fan. Got the t-shirts. Have every season and every episode, and know the canon frontward and back.
But yeah, he's been a big fan.
So this is a shock to me to hear this about the creator.
There's a criminal complaint which charges Roiland with one felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, or deceit.
Damn.
It occurred January 19th, 2020, against an anonymous Jane Doe who was dating Roiland at the time. Initially pled not guilty to both charges in October, and there's now been more than a dozen hearings, including pretrial hearings. $50K bond. Yeah, it's not good. What was he known for? Rick and Morty is what most people know him for, but it actually extends beyond that. He's the guy who completely changed most people's entire sense of humor. So for a lot of shows and a lot of other like comedic writing, it all followed his formula of like over-explaining a joke to make it the joke. So like drawing it out, like really long like explanations, like High on Life, for example, his newest game. You're really gonna shoot that kid? Oh my God, you just shot that kid.
Yeah, I don't get that humor. But,
wow, wow, I'm never gonna forget that image of you shooting that kid. So that became like kind of the trend. But I like Rick and Morty. I didn't like High on Life. So it's really hit or miss really for me. But yeah, he's been a big figure in really the mainstream humor of entertainment and properties.
I thought he worked on I thought he had worked on other shows. That's for sure. I thought he had done maybe some work on
Derek, Rigo,
what's
Dizzy,
that show?
and Frebby.
Adventure show and stuff like that. I didn't know.
What about his other show, Solar Opposites? I only watched like 2 episodes. I didn't really like it.
Maybe he had nothing to do with the Adventure show. I could have just assumed it.
People talking like he died. Well, his career kind of does if he's found guilty.
Yeah, this is gonna be horrible. Like, the 7th season of Rick and Morty is about to come out, and I'm not trying to ruin anything for anybody. Spoilers if you haven't seen Rick and Morty 6. But, you know, the way 6 ended, this is what I'll say. We could, with the way 6 ended, the news that we got now, people, and the hearing soon for the release and drop of 7 already, as if they've got it already made, it looks as if Justin might has went ahead and decided to make a Rick and Morty something he completes, because like he said, right now while the case is pending, he could probably get, and this has been going on since 2020. This is already going on for 3 years. That means there's been a lot of pre-trial and motions and hearings, and it hasn't went away. It hasn't been resolved. And when a case doesn't get resolved, then you can expect trial. And when there's trial, there's always a chance.
Because he is Rick and Morty. Like, without Justin Roiland, there is no Rick and Morty.
No, there's not.
So,
I can't believe this.
he sold NFTs. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, right here. Always like Dan Harmon more. Hey, that's totally fine. I did not. Dan Harmon is like a decent writer for jokes, but man, that guy cannot actually be humorous at all outside of like pen and paper. I watched God, it wasn't a podcast. I think it was just like a show he does from time to time. Fuck me, it was so hard to watch. Like every time he tried to like make a joke, it just did not land. But he is a good writer. I do like Dan Harmon's writing, I agree. Oh, was it a podcast? Yeah, maybe it was just a podcast that also had a video element to it. Yeah, I've seen all of them, dog. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. Thanks for the resub, Billy. Do you think Rick and Morty will be canceled altogether if he's found guilty? No, it's too big of a cash cow. They'll just try and find someone to replace Justin Roiland if he's found guilty. Thanks to Tier.
I don't think Justin will let that happen. I think there's another video I saw, and Rick and Morty 7 is expected, so with the timing of hearing this and something, we just may be about to get our last season. I mean, I think some people, because we don't know if Justin hasn't kept creative rights to this, and if he has kept most creative rights, then he could still play this out while he has time.
Tier 1 Rose. And that won't work. It'll just whittle away over time. Oh, I forgot to watch the episode of Velma. You're right. I did forget to watch that today. IGN gave it a 6 out of 10. Well, it's just one episode, right? Are they rating each episode? Oh wait, did they release the whole thing? They dropped 8 episodes? Ugh. What a goddamn headache. Let's see what IGN has to say about it. You said a 6? Yeah, they give it a 6. You're right.
Or at least a version of her with a bit more character growth.
I'll still give it a chance. I think, based on the trailer, 6 sounds very generous. I'm gonna try. I'll give it a whirl. There's a tier 1 happy. Yeah, I saw that one, George. And the resub proper. Can't be worse than She-Hulk. Yeah, it's kind of like what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll be more boring or more awful than She-Hulk. But we'll see. We will see. Thanks to the resub, Bin, Uwe Bowl, and Dinkle. Who's this for? That's what I said yesterday. We already went over everything Velma related from the trailer. No need to just repeat myself. I just wanted to see what IGN gave it.
Charged with what? Welcome to Screen Rant News. I'm Sade Spence. Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland is facing domestic violence charges. According to NBC, Roiland was charged on January 12th for an incident that occurred involving an unnamed woman around January 19th, 2020. Roiland pled not guilty and many court hearings followed. He was reportedly arrested at the time, but let go on $50,000 bond in August of the same year. In October, he was arraigned and a protective order was issued against him. Despite the lengthy case, Roiland continues to see success with Rick and Morty, having completed a 6th season and the 7th expected sometime this year. The case is ongoing and Roiland is also expected back in court on April 27th. For more developments on this story, as well as your latest
Hmm. Mm.
I am a leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Taking curves at 80 mile an hour plus. Engine block scraping, making asphalt. Metallic horse gallop in a hillside. Pipe sickle from the tree, shaking as we all roll by. Moss on my roof, but only on the south side. Marks on my boots, from scooting through my outline. I am the leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Don't try to keep up with me. I live on the edge, too thin to see. I was earth and to be a backwoods seed. On my back is where the word backwoods be. Because the backwoods never turned its back on me. Part of a small town, roots of the home team. Ride through the city like I don't sing. Rugged old Chevy and a stained white tee. I am a leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Taking curves at 80 mile an hour plus. Engine block scraping, making asphalt. Metallic horse gallop in a hillside. Pipe sickle from the tree, shaking as we all roll by. Moss on my roof, but only on the south side. Marks on my boots, from scooting through my outline. I am the leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. I'm a big brother, I'm a older cousin, I'm a redneck from the south, I'm a rapper, I sing country. Always two forms of buzzing when taking pictures in public. I think Waylon will be proud and Biggie Smalls will think it's stuffing, motherfucker. Catch me cruising mid-10 road, sleeping on the windshield from radar up on the 5-0. Catch me downtown wild on the rooftop, winter circle shit, spraying something with a cork top. I know where I'm going without knowing where I'm going. Alien mind glowing, regular say mind blowing. When in my head, cause the winning road keeps flowing. I'm one of a couple writing musical components. I am a leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Taking curves at 80 mile an hour plus. Engine block scraping, making asphalt dust. Metallic horse gallop in a hillside. Pipe sickle from the tree, shaking as we all roll by. Moss on my roof, but only on the south side. Marks on my boots, from scooting through my outline. I am a leader you shouldn't follow. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Hard to keep up with the wild desperado. Hard to keep up with the wild.
Guys, hold on. I'm taking something.
Hello, Tony at work here. Welcome back to my channel. Right here we're watching another video from the William Glory Hole channel. It's a channel that's actually a favorite of mine, so if you're into Chance content or Cyrax content, definitely check out William Glory Hole. But Chance calls the police to try to stop everyone from reporting his jerking off activity. On February 18th, 22 at 9:35 p.m., Chance called the police because of some online fuckery that was going on. The incoming call was damaged and the quality is very poor. I have transcribed it and am including it only for reference. I know it sucks.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My name is Jennifer. And I need to
Yeah, he wasn't kidding about that sound quality. I almost want to read it. Yes, ma'am. My name is Chance Wilkins. And I need to speak to a police officer. If you guys can get one out here. I've been harassed over the last 2 years, and these guys have it where the police have basically unlawfully labeled me as a 43, which is a mentally disturbed person, which I am not, obviously. Oh, it's so bad. Because these people have that. Because these people that been going at me for the last 2 years are planning on doing some very screwed up stuff, and I'd like to let an officer know, like, hey, this is going on.
Chance Wilkins. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You too.
There's too many docs in this. I might not use this, or I might have to cut that out.
Bye-bye.
This is really what I wanted to see again, though, is just the police cam footage. This is what I wanted to check out. The police coming back once again to the Wilkins household. Them some nice dogs they got, though. It must be Big Ed's car. Walk around. Did they walk around to the back door? Holy fuck, that's a loud knock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they walked around the back.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? You guys are more welcome to come inside.
It's okay. What's the issue?
So, there are these people on YouTube. I actually do have some screenshots of it for you guys.
Okay.
There are these people on YouTube that have been harassing me for the last 2 years.
You know who they are?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
one of them, her name is Adrian. I'm not sure of her channel name.
Okay.
But
Adrian, you mean Gothy? Gothy's been harassing you over the last 2 years?
these people are actually planning on.
I think it's the other way around. You're the one that's like making WWE style videos attacking Gothy.
Getting me on some supposed pedo shit when I'm not.
Okay.
They're basically trying to set it up to make it look like I was doing Rugrat, get inside.
Go on, get in here.
But they're basically trying to set it up and make it look like I was doing certain things when I'm not.
Okay.
And I actually do have screenshots.
Why is this always an issue?
Because
Like, why are you always involved with these people online?
Because they want to make me a target.
Finally, these fucking cops are starting to actually get annoyed and express their annoyance. This fucking cop's speaking like he's a father, dude. It's like, why are we out here?
And to them, I'm what's known as, I don't know if you know what a lolcow is, but to them, that's what I am.
You are a lol cow. And after Marty pulled up to your house and you hid in his attic, or in your attic for the second time, you're a lol coward.
And I have left the internet multiple times, deleted my shit. The last time I left, they literally, basically screwed my life up in a major way. I lost God knows how many friends. I actually had a job right before.
Yeah.
Dude, the police don't give a shit about any of this.
All this shit happened.
Yeah, I know. I was out here like a year ago and you told me
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
stuff.
It's the same officer from the last video I did. That's fucking awesome. So his fucking patience is about through. He's probably only being civil because it's his job.
Yeah, like, these people have done so much shit, and nobody's doing anything about it.
What do you want us to do?
Well, there's a criminal statute for harassment in most states, especially phone harassment. I mean, but you guys are the cops.
They are literally, I know I'm not the only one they're doing this to, but I'm like their main one.
But what do you want them to do, Chance? You keep calling the police like they're going to be able to... Like, you're essentially calling police on ghosts, man. Like, we're talking about people you don't even know who they actually are.
No, I do know two of the people actually involved in my group, and I mean, obviously they're real people. You're making a video about it, which, I mean, and I find the audacity of this very astounding, that because each video I see on this guy, and I'm not saying that he hadn't done anything wrong, but each video more and more I see on this guy, I don't find out, like, it sounds I don't know what he started out on the internet. I started out on the internet reporting on stories and stuff of things that I heard and got into discussing and reading, and people didn't like. But I don't know what he did, but still, if people were calling him and stuff, I don't know why he didn't say, I thought he said he knew who two of them were.
In states that you might not even actually know that they're really there or not.
Well, that's true. The information I have could be accurate, and the people move or whatever, and they can't find. That's why it's the police's job to find them. Put a warrant out on them.
Or do you keep records of it?
Yes, I do. I actually have some.
Keep records of the harassment. That's kind of bad. You got to start keeping, as a citizen. If you get harassed now, you got to record, detail it, make sure it's presentable enough to show that there's a violation of the law, and then you got to have cops that are willing to take it also.
Screenshots right here.
So technically they would be, what is it called?
Technically, they would be called criminals if this man hasn't committed a crime. And even if he has, it doesn't warrant them to commit another crime on him. I'll stand that up for anybody, y'all. Do y'all not get that? Or do y'all all want to live in a society where, like, for instance, if you go to jail for, you may just go to jail for being publicly intoxicated or something. And then what happens if there's rumors that go on around about it, and people think you went for a worser reason, and they can just assume you did go for a worser reason, and not do any research at all, and then just start attacking you, and it be okay and justified because you committed a crime. Like, well, you did commit the crime, so, like, people are gonna harass you and stuff. Yeah. That's the kind of shit I'm hearing, and I'm like, I cannot be hearing this bullshit.
Lying, false, yeah. When they're filing a false police report,
all kinds.
It's a civil.
Yeah, they file false reports, like, for instance. I don't even want to get into my stuff.
I mean, you will have to like take that information, go to court, go to court.
At what point? At one point?
Take that information and go to a court. What are you talking about? I know you are not trying to tell this male who is being harassed by people online. That could be hackers. They could be travel interstate state to state or whatever, I know you're not about to tell him to just take that information and go get a protective order. Because if he had like a record that shows that these people have called him way over 3 times and he told them to stop, now provided he also isn't online too at the same time and, you know, isn't calling them to come over and mess with him and agitating it or anything, you know, that would be telephone harassment. So what are they trying to say? Is just take the people's information if he thinks he's got the right information and go get a protective order? Is that what he's about to say? Because I got news flash for you, and we like to say this especially and because of the preciousness and what a life is when it comes to females. Protective orders are just pieces of paper. They do not protect you. They do not keep anybody from doing anything unless a person is competent, you know, then they work. But if the person's not competent, crazy, whatever, then they could violate it. So, you know, like, I'm sorry, I just get, because I don't know why they're not asking for the names and stuff. Like, they're not serving this dude at all. Like,
Are these guys gonna fucking give Chance a citation for filing a police report? How many times is he gonna have to call you guys out here for this dumb shit before you finally give?
It's not dumb, bro. Oh my god. Alright. I don't know what this dude has done, and I may be completely wrong on the wrong boat here, meaning that he could have done some pedo type shit like he said at the beginning of the video, and if he has, I completely, like I said, I will say, okay, I was wrong. I was correct on my suspicion, and I was good to be cautious because I don't know anything about this dude. All I know is that I know from my experience it is wrong to harass someone for the sake of doing it because you don't like them, X, Y, or Z. You know, if they've done something, then, you know, like something reprehensible, then have it held accountable. Don't get mad when they try to have something done to them bad held accountable. You know, like, and especially like the troll groups that have been going at me, because they call the police and stuff and make false reports under their real names or sometimes fake names, different ones, different ways.
Give him a citation.
Or you can go down to the police station, talk to them.
I mean, I hear Akron's a pretty dangerous city, so I'm sure these cops have fucking so much more that they're worried about other than this little goblin, this harmless goblin.
See, this is what I just like.
The character?
Yeah, because, like, I actually have, like, where they at?
So I would assume by now they would bring charges against him for this shit.
Chance, I told you last time to do that. Go to the courts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've actually been trying to do that, but with the pandemic and shit, it was a little bit hard
just keep
to do.
screenshots of it. You know,
Yeah.
like, this is not a police matter at this point, so.
Right. But, like, as far as them, like...
How is it not a police map? Well, maybe they're not calling this house.
doing this shit, like, what can be done as far as...
Block
like,
'em.
And
Yeah,
that's the
nothing.
thing, like, I've done that, but what I'm talking about is, like, the false reports and shit, like, what can be done about that? Because...
Well, nobody, if they make a report on you and say that you did this and you did that, the judge.
Dude, you can't be a public figure and, like, have it both ways. If you're gonna be a public figure, you're gonna get trolls. It's an inevitability. You just gotta roll with the punches, dude.
Whoever
I'm
can
gonna bring
say
it back so I can finish hearing what the cop was saying.
Like, nobody, if they make a report on you and say that you did this and you did that, the judge, whoever trying to prosecute you or the detective, you would hear from them. They would investigate
right?
you.
Do what?
You haven't heard from anybody, right? A detective hasn't come to talk to you or anything like that?
Not yet, at least.
then I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about it. Yep.
Because like this shit is getting so old. I know it's getting old for you guys. It's been getting old for me.
This is like last month.
Because like I told me, she was like,
Sorry, bro.
I'm over here minding my own business.
No,
I'm
you're not,
literally
man.
working with friends on shit. I've literally not been on the internet since like the beginning of this week.
Cartoon.
Because I've been trying to avoid this shit. And for them to go and do that, it's like, dude,
Put me out.
y'all say I need help. What's wrong with you? You're the one sitting there filing false police reports on my ass for what?
Well, again, I wouldn't worry about it. Just keep records of it. Nobody's come in to talk to you, so there's been no reports filed. All right.
Alright.
All right, man.
Alright, you guys have a good night.
You too.
Thank you for letting me waste your times again, officer.
I forgot he lived over here. I haven't been here in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was even over here.
Did you read the notes of this?
Yeah. No, have you ever watched his YouTube?
No.
Oh my God, it's hilarious.
Wait, what? The cops watching his fucking YouTube?
Fucking God help our country.
He's trying to turn off his camera.
Exactly.
It's like public. It's
Yeah, it is public. Hold up, I want to watch that again.
I haven't been here.
Fucking disgraceful.
I don't know how long.
How
Fucking
crazy is that? There's a
disgraceful.
cop watching.
Fucking asshole cops, man. Cops wonder why people don't like them. Because of shit like that.
Everything that I could to make you happy, and it was never good enough.
You need therapy, bitch.
You need therapy.
Let's get to the thick of things right here.
Caitlin, please.
Caitlin, I'm the best sex you ever had. No, you're not.
Come on.
Kyle. I'm
Please
actually
come tell me
having the best
fuck.
sex.
So I can hear your voice.
Come tell me to fuck off so I can hear your voice.
It's been so hard. Please, I'll be homeless.
Karen here is caught by her neighbor's ring.
I'll stop living in a house for you. Don't you want a guy that will sleep out on the street for you? I will be homeless for you. Would you have took him back, Miss Marianne? I'm still thinking about it. I might take him back.
Doorbell, and somehow I don't think it's her neighbor who's the freak. Is she scared of modern technology?
So we're gonna have him go. Freak. You are a freak.
Someone needs to tell this Karen that the power of staring will not remove a Ring doorbell from its wall. Why did she feel so entitled to inspect this dude's house?
Wonder what's in the coffee. Meth?
Could be. People do weird shit.
Watch this clip where Karen doesn't seem to understand the process of a public street. Emphasis on the word public. Sorry, Karen, you don't own the street. And I think the police you plan on calling will tell you the same.
Hold on, I know.
She knows.
She's waiting for that confrontation.
Look at them lips.
She's
got to be under the influence.
I know you're in there.
I love how close she's getting.
Parked in front of my house. You parked in front of my house for the last time. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops right now. I know you're in there. I'm calling the cops.
And I'm gonna bite my lip when I talk to them too. I'm gonna bite my fucking lip when I talk to them cops too. Watch. Watch.
I feel for this poor Ring doorbell owner. The amount of notifications from this Karen's ringing must be through the roof. It's certainly one way of getting someone's attention.
That's like an interesting place to live there, folks. Let me tell you, there's a couple stories that come out of this here area. I'm just telling you by the parking and by the setup. This place looks interesting.
You definitely got that right.
There's a lot of vehicles in a rural area. What in the fucking backwoods is going on here?
Forget showing up with a fruit basket. This Kevin has become even more neighborly and brings a hammer. Would you open the door to this lunatic?
Yeah, I would.
There's raising a grievance with a neighbor, and there's
Just like the black dude that opened the door on the dude that stole his package.
this Karen's request.
What the
Is
fuck
she
you
out of
doing with
line
that
for trying
hammer?
to be neighborly?
Hi.
Hello.
Are you the owner of the orange car up
Yes.
back?
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. I'm one of your neighbors, and
Yeah. I
it's
know it's loud.
really loud.
I know.
Like my windows rattle,
I know.
and it's been a long time, and like I don't want it to become a problem. Is it necessary for it to be that loud?
Well, that's how the car is. It's a race car. But I was fixing it so that it's
I know, but it's pretty
gonna be-
regular, and like
it's gonna be like that every time I go in and out.
there's nothing you can do.
No, it's a race car. I'll take it in and out. If I drive it, I can't shut off the.
I mean, there's no like it's very
I'm sorry.
detrimental to the living.
Until I sell it, I
You
mean,
can't put it somewhere. I mean, like.
no, I drive that car.
Yeah, I
every
don't
day.
want it to be a problem, but
I
you're
know,
not
but
giving me anything, and it's been years.
I know. I have.
Don't have to give you anything. Unless there's a law purchase that says his muffler's too loud or something and the cops look at it or whatever, you can't do shit. And even then, that'd be petty as fuck to call the cops on.
I have cars all the time. I mean,
But you know this is loud, and it's really inconsiderate to your neighbors.
12 a.m. Yeah.
There's been times that it's been
I understand.
right, but like
it's
my
not
windows
Ma'am, listen. I'm gonna drive the car. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm not gonna do it, and then I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drive the car. I go to work and I come back.
Yeah, what do you want me to say? Oh, my bad. I only got this race car. You know, life doesn't always give me the ability to be like Keanu Reeves or something. I don't have access to 5 or 6 Lambos if I wanted, but that are quiet and nice and smooth, and I can drive them. So I'm gonna have to drive whatever the fuck I got to get to work and to make some fucking money. Don't you know that we live in a fucking economy that's shit?
I don't leave it running for hours. I was fixing it right now. Yeah, it's daytime. Okay.
When I want to fix my car on my own property and make it run, and if it's a little bit loud, oh, yeah, you know, it's just one of them things where shit happens, you know, life happens.
I don't want to and all that, but go over there. I'm gonna drive the car. I just bought the car. I'm gonna have fun with it. It's my toy. Yeah, you hear that?
It's not in my backyard.
I understand, but the wife complains the same thing about the windows too. But I'm gonna drive
Well,
my
then
car.
we're gonna have to have other means of intervention. Here,
I'm
because
trying to
it's
say
really
Other means of
leaving
intervention. Oh my god, they're treating this like he's fucking like he's some exotic new addict on some form of drug.
It's really, this is a residential neighborhood, and you
I
are
understand,
not
but I'm
being
driving that
neighborly
car.
about
I'm going to
this
drive
at
the
all.
car. I'm going to drive the car
I'm
to
asking
work.
you to be neighborly, and
I'm
you're
trying
not
to.
giving me anything.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you and say I'm not.
I'm going to make it a problem.
You do what you got to do, man, because I'm just going to drive the car home and back. I'm not leaving the car running. I understand. I'm neighborly. I've never had anybody.
Now, if
in my
he's
door.
going
Even my
outside
next
and going, yeah, you know, like I can understand if he's going outside on purpose, looking at you, saying, fuck you, you white bitch, and going, yeah. But he's not doing any of that. He was out there fixing it. It was loud. He comes in and out. You think it's loud. You think it's loud every time you hear it. You obviously have made the point that it's a loud car. And he's made the point that it's his car and he's going to continue to use it. So, shut the fuck up.
next door neighbor.
Damn.
Okay? I've never had that problem. I understand. Okay? I don't even like the sound. But the car is loud. There's nothing I can do. It's not like I can muffle the sound. It's just a straight race car. Okay?
So
I don't get
you think
this
it's
woman.
perfectly okay to interrupt everybody else's day, whether they bring it to your attention or not,
Oh my
knowing
god. Man, you know what interrupting someone else's day would be? It'd be getting out in the car and having like a full sound system and turning the bass all the way up and turning the bass all the way up and the bass boost switch and turning that up and turning the volume up and just blast some, and with the subwoofers in the back, boom. I promise you, you have not felt what loud is. You have no idea. I guarantee his car, that's a race car, it has race car parts, engine, whatever, is a little, just, you know, jolting or whatever. But it is not that big of a deal, my God.
you knowing full well that it's a problem. You're admitting it's a problem, but you
He's not admitting it's a problem. He just said that you and his wife had the same type of similar views about it. That's it.
nothing.
It's loud. I mean, look at all these things. You live by Tui. I mean, look how loud it
No,
is.
I understand that. There's planes above my head too. But this is something right here that could be rectified, or you could.
How can it be rectified? You gonna pay him for it and destroy the car and donate it?
What do you want me to do? Just tell me. What do you want me to do? Blow up the car? Throw it away? What do you want to do? I just paid 40 grand for that car. What do you want me to do with the car?
Yeah, give him 40 grand, man. Is that what you want him to do? Wait, who the fuck? Why did world famous Charlie D come in here? Get that motherfucker out of here, dude. Good night, my ass, dude. What you just coming in here saying good night for, man? Get the fuck up out of here, bro. For real? Yeah, let me come over to this YouTube chat and it not be done for me. I want that motherfucker hidden from my channel. Does a mod hear me, please? Because no, I don't know who you think you are, dude. Wherever you're world famous at, you're not world famous known by me. And that's just a little bit too creepy for my taste, if you know what I mean. It's almost ominous, like it's a threat. Thank you, Storm. Appreciate it. Crazy motherfucker. Stormy Ray, get out of here. Sugar Nova. Fucking bitch.
Thank you.
But the noise
I understand.
is going to be your problem.
All right.
This Karen's hatred for cats and her neighbor is caught perfectly on camera by this Ring doorbell. Somehow, I don't believe that this is the way to sort out neighborhood.
Already. We've seen that buzz cut.
I just don't. I won't allow that.
I won't allow what, Brett? Brett, I won't allow what? I won't allow what? I won't allow what?
I have sadness because I wish that I had a son who had a good relationship with their dad. But
I know how you feel. You know, I used to take up for you, Britt, and your son. Then you had to go and ask questions to me for the Workyverse. You know, what's up with that? Oh, I'm making a big deal out of nothing. Yeah, okay. Well, excuse me. I'll be right back. Until then, enjoy. I'll be right back. Brownie. I found it. I got it for you. Hey, do you have, you got your other stuff? I said it's. I said it's probably the same episode, is what I said, Grandpa. It's the same episode. That's what I was saying. You could probably just rewind it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say to you. So, I tell you, it is cold. Good Lord. I mean, I wasn't that cold in the ward. I mean, it got cool up in there, but not that cold. Like, I guess it must while I was gone. It wasn't this cold while I was gone, was it?
You go pee-pee? You go pee-pee? Yeah, you good boy. Say, yeah, I'm a good boy. Say, I'm a good boy. Say, I'm a good boy. Say, I'm a good boy. Yeah. Yeah, say, I'm a good boy. Say, you's a good boy. Yeah.
Brownie. Brownie. Up. Up. Come on.
You's a good boy. Say, you's a good boy. You's a good boy. You's a good boy. You's a good boy, yeah. Yeah. Go to your spot. Good boy. Good boy. Go to your spot. That's your good boy.
Yeah, that was a long intermission. It's not like it was anything.
Other than that, yeah, I don't really feel anything. I don't feel anything about it. I don't, all is well with my soul, you know? He is, girl. He better be glad he married.
Grandpa, I may have good news for
No
you,
life,
actually.
Lord. What's up? How you doing, friend?
Usually I don't have good news for you. This actually
How
might be
you
some good
doing?
news, though.
What you doing?
No, it's still pending. Oh, I've still got to unblock her.
And you know what?
I don't have that person unblocked.
All I can say is I was pretty far gone at one time. I can speak for myself and say that
Grandpa,
much. But yeah, I was. It happens sometimes. Sometimes we all get.
I mean, I didn't ask for it, I'm just saying. And it's set up to go to your bank account card. Because that's how I have my Cash App set up. Because since I don't have an account right now. I gotta go. You guys, hold on just a second. I gotta do an intermission while I make sure someone's unblocked that I gotta check my IG for. So excuse me just a second. Basically, I gotta pull up my Instagram to put their channel, as I'm gonna, especially for their donation, I'm gonna make them a moderator automatically as a perk of, you know, like I said, one time I'm doing that, but because they did donate and they have, you know, been trying to be nice and whatnot, I'm sorry to the person. They sent me a message I see about a little while ago. I did take a nap later on. First, after lunch, I went and did some things around the house. We went and ran an errand, came back home, and then that's when I took a nap. And so I never did end up getting back to my Instagram. So I apologize, Mr. or Mrs. whoever owns the Instagram or YouTube, Mary Joanna, but I'm making you a mod, and I'm unblocking you if you are still blocked right now. So just give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Cannot believe that Justin Roiland, like, I can't believe it, like, it's breaking my heart. Cannot believe it. Alright. Well, I've updated the mods, and Mary Joanna, you are made a moderator and unblocked at Squarework Media's world. Welcome, and thank you again for your $100 pending Cash App donation for IHOP for French toast with Grandpa. I promise you that is exactly how it will be spent, although he will not be able to have French toast because he is allergic to cinnamon. But he does like waffles. He just can't have no cinnamon on his. But thank you for the donation again. And as a token of my gratitude, I wanted to make you a mod. Alright, now let me pull this up. We're gonna... check some stuff out. Oh, what's up, Brandy? Getting warm? Yeah, I know. I had to wear 2 coats. It was cold outside, wasn't it? I had to take you outside. Uh-oh, who's this guy?
A 39-year-old Scotchliffe man has pleaded no contest to a variety of charges in a recent consolidated plea deal. Last month, Chad Worth pleaded no contest to 2 charges of attempted distribution of methamphetamine, escape following custody, and violation of a harassment order, which were filed throughout 4 criminal cases. He'll face a mandatory minimum of at least 3 years in prison and will learn his fate when he's back in court for sentencing on February 9th.
Some police and some law people are taking harassment serious still, looks like. That's a good sign, I guess. What? Holy shit. Brownie, go to your spot.
On this episode of Fatherless Behavior,
that is the word miracle. 14-year-old Jaslene Jones still has a future ahead despite an enormous and tragically violent hurdle.
One phone call Sunday was one of the worst for Juan Perales, his son on the line, frantic. Then learning his granddaughter had been shot as many as 4 times, all in the head. Perales made it to Children's Wisconsin just as doctors were moving Jaslene Jones from the medical helicopter to the facility.
I was just praying, man. I'm praying that God will look over her
You know, look over her and my family. You know, just don't know what we do without her.
And he did look out for her.
No, oh, definitely. There's nothing less than a miracle, man. Nothing less than a miracle. And that's God's work.
Jasleen survived. Her grandfather able to see her that same day.
Took a little while, but they were able to get us up there and stuff. And she was, like I said, she was awake. She was talking, still being her same self. Wanted to get on Snapchat and stuff right away,
But her story, similar to so many others police have seen, a criminal complaint describing domestic violence and a boyfriend
I mean, this isn't good, but that's good news that she's okay. Thank God.
upset over her breaking up with him. The accused shooter, also 14.
These are two little...
Man, 14 years old and shoots his girlfriend because she broke up with him. Look, I suffered a breakup when I was like 12, 13, 14. My first breakup with this girl named Diane. I remember I took it hard. Like, I had a breakdown, whatever, but I didn't ever think about doing something like this. This is crazy.
They're babies, man. They're babies. And to know that happened to my granddaughter. And, I've met this boy. I've met him. He's been around family functions. And
prosecutors writing, the boy shot Jasleen near these railroad tracks in Racine. And as she begged for her life, prosecutors writing, the shooter used the words to the effect of, "You have to die." And
hell no.
Squeezed the trigger at least 3 more times. But tonight,
oh my God, that's a miracle.
Jasleen is still alive.
I think this is just going to empower her to even be greater. Just be a greater person. And
oh, definitely. And what about the 14-year-old charged with?
She's got a story. She's got a story to tell. When it's her time, she's going to tell her story. And for the whole world to hear it.
And that criminal complaint says the teen suspect admitted to shooting Jasleen in a fit of rage over a Snapchat post and the breakup, Kristen.
And Derek, you can hear the emotion in that grandfather's voice, and we understand Jasleen underwent another procedure tonight.
She did, and unfortunately her family tells us she will lose one of her eyes and is still processing.
Oh my God. She's going to lose an eye, you guys. So she didn't get completely unscathed. Fuck. I thought she miraculously got by, like maybe just barely grazed or something.
That news, but her grandfather told me after coming so close to losing her, he's simply grateful she is still here, and she says she still has an enormous future ahead.
3 things. Number 1, I'm glad this girl is going to be okay, and even though she's lost an eye, I'm just thankful she's still alive. Number 2, I hope that
shout out to Ruin Leon. Make sure you like and subscribe. His link will be in the description.
The little bastard that shot her rots in jail for a long time. And number 3, which is important for all of you who are young boys, whether you're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, my age 23, a little bit older, maybe even a little bit younger than 14. Can you please find some male role models that can teach you about the word no? Can you even find some adult who's responsible enough to teach you that the word no is not the end of the world? I understand you fall in love, you think it's gonna last forever, you have all these ideas, you plan a wedding, you're so dumb and gullible, you think at 14 you found the love of your life. But guess what? There's gonna come a moment in time where you go through heartbreak, where someone tells you the word no, where you go through something that you didn't seem possible, and you need to learn how to react to that in a respectful, responsible, and reasonable manner, because if you don't, you're gonna be just like this dumbass who decided to shoot someone who broke up with them. And I'm sorry, I don't really feel bad about this. If the relationship didn't work, if it was because he was trying to sing a lesbian straight
a song for a woman that
and as usual, Ruin Leon comes with the great stuff. Oh, and y'all remember the crazy dude stalking the girl at Cracker Barrel? Well, here he is.
I like, and I got there, and
Playing
she saw me, and
songs.
she immediately pulled away, and I wasn't forcing her to listen or anything, I just wanted to play the song.
You just were chasing her around.
Her, give her her own choice if she wanted to be with me,
Does she know
Yeah.
When she started going the opposite way, dog, that meant no.
I worked with her there for like 5-6 months.
Did y'all have a relationship?
No, we were talking a little bit, but it never really got serious.
Okay.
But
because she was trying to be nice. And this is why, ladies, just straight up tell them.
Anyways, I pulled up there, and I was in the other parking lot, and I saw her get in her car. And I was like, oh, shoot, it's my moment. So I pulled up there next to her. And
world famous Charlie D, you can please unsubscribe yourself, brother. Unsubscribe yourself from my channel, please. Like, if you don't, I'm going to look up a way to try to, or petition and boycott and advocate for a way to keep people subscribed from your channel. The ability to do that feature, because this shit is getting ridiculous. Like, leave me alone. Like, just like this video is talking about, people need to understand what the word no means in all situations and areas.
Pulled away from me, and so I chased her a little bit, just because I don't know, women are crazy. Like, I felt like she like wanted me to chase her, but it wasn't chasing. It was like going down a couple streets. Like, that's like fun to women. Like, women like that, a little bit of excitement.
No, they don't.
Well,
Women don't like to be chased.
What about like?
If I was
if I was look, and I can't become a woman. I don't believe I can, like some people do. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. But if I was, I could imagine if I was, I don't think I'd want to be chased either.
I'd probably tell you the same thing.
What about like BDSM, where women like to be have?
No, this guy's not right, Mrs. White. He's been locked up and stuff since. This is just they're just covering an older case.
Well, who knows? Most women do like having.
Okay, do you think she does?
I don't know.
Or a teenager shooting another teenager for heartbreak. You don't have to worry about answering. I already know. It's the fucking teenager who wanted to shoot someone for heartbreak.
Details about the case against Trey Jinko are slowly...
Well, it's official. Incels, a new generation has begun.
Starting to circulate among young women like Mindy, Betty...
Just glad I'm not a part of it.
Yako.
It could have been UC, it could have been any other surrounding schools, and that's really scary.
Federal agents say Jinko is part of an underground movement called Incel, which stands for Involuntary Celibate, comprised mostly of men.
Yeah, that basically, I mean, you know, he had a girlfriend, which means he had the chance of not becoming involuntary celibate, and just because he got broken up meant he could have still become not involuntary celibate, because I can tell you, as a young man myself, I have went through many periods, if you want to call them refractory periods, whatever, of maybe celibacy, you could say, but then I've been in a relationship and not been celibate. So I'm not an incel, as some people have even tried to call me, or involuntary celibate. But this kid, we can assume he's still a virgin now, because he's committed this act, he's locked up, you know, he's not going to be having sex anytime soon. So now he has cemented himself as an involuntary celibate. We need to pause and reflect and realize that this shit is happening, and we need to try to eradicate it before it spreads and keeps growing.
Men, incels resent women for not showing romantic...
Like, I can, like, if you're not a normal guy if you can't get rejected or get broken up with, whatever, and, you know, go and have a night out with the guys or whatever, and, you know, take it on the chin and go on out for another day, live to fight another day. I mean, that's what being a man is all about.
Interest in them. The feds say Jinko took his resentment to a dangerous level by plotting to, quote, slaughter women at a college in Ohio. Court documents indicate students at Ohio State may have been in danger.
As a graduate of Ohio State, it just makes me really glad that the feds are paying attention to protect students.
This woman asked to remain anonymous because of the nature of the charges, which include an attempted hate crime and unlawful possession of a machine gun.
It makes me want to cry thinking about what might have happened.
Damn, man. And this person they're talking to, obviously, I'm glad they're not showing their face. They are beautiful, though. Wish we didn't have to just focus on that, but they are beautiful. And they're expressing, like, truth. Like, I mean, women are going to start getting more and more in fear of guys in general. Even though this was, like, a younger guy,
Her boyfriend, who also asked us not to show his face, has a hard time comprehending what the incel movement even means.
I think it's very unnerving because, you know, I have cousins and a mom and friends who are women, and it's very unnerving to know that there are guys out there like this.
During today's detention,
you damn right, because like, number one, it's not right. You know, it makes me think back to the guy from high school that dated a girl like consensually, and they were together for a long time, you know, as a couple, but you know, secretly he was always like berating her or whatever, and it just grew worse and worse, and then eventually she tries to leave him, and it's like, oh hell no, do or die, and like they got kids by that point and everything else. I mean, that's how it turns out from where I'm from. But now with this guy, you know, he didn't even, you know, this girl didn't even obviously want to continue going forward in a relationship with him at all. And instead of accepting it, he went the ultimate crazy. He went absolute, what they call cuckoo bananas, like evil.
Hearing, Genco's attorney argued his client should be released.
He could have killed her. What? He should be released because of what?
To the custody of his mother, who lives in Hillsborough.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Number one, he just tried to kill somebody, and their eye is going to be gone. He does not need to be released. I don't care if he's a juvenile or not. They can put him in a nice, cushy juvenile detention facility. He'll have probably a better cot than I had when I was in the ward, or if not the same thing, which I can attest, if it's the same thing, that you're going to be all right. I mean, especially if you don't have chronic pain and everything, you're going to be all right. And you're going to get what they call state food, which is 3 meals a day. And you're going to get medicine if the doctors order any for you to take. And you can request by, like, as needed medication if the doctor sees fit. Usually that's the only hiccup, is that even for things like Tylenol, you got to get an order for. You got to get an order for nicotine gum and everything else when you're in the psych ward. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, you'll get 3 hots a cot. You know, you may be able to even buy some things off the commissary if your parents see fit to put any money on your books or anyone else, which I wouldn't. I mean, dude, do you just, like, I don't think this kid, it's sunk in yet. Well, duh, Ian, of course it hasn't. He has forever changed his life and another's life. Forget about his life for a second. Let's just think about this one life that got affected. Holy hell. Like, and thank God, and Lord, I apologize if I said or came off and sounded like I was saying you in vain or anything. I wasn't, but thank you, Lord, that this person is going to be okay. Thank you. Seriously.
His attorney pointed out Genco was already serving a state prison sentence based on similar evidence. The prosecutor pushed back, saying Genco is too patient and methodical to be sent back to the home where he allegedly hatched the plan to kill up to 3,000 women.
What?
Now, in the end, after today's hearing, Judge Stephanie Bowman agreed with prosecutors who are steadfast in their belief that Genco presents an imminent danger to the community.
I don't give a shit about the dating climate. I don't give a damn about feminists. I don't give a damn about all these people saying women don't need a man. None of that, literally none of it, is going to excuse somebody shooting a woman because they told them no, because they went through a heartbreak, because they got broken up with. You can't explain that. And I know I don't have to say this, but I need to say it because there's going to be 2 of you trying to explain, well, Leon, you have to understand that it really shouldn't have happened like this and she should have considered his feelings. No, fuck his feelings. Fuck everything he went through. Why? Because he responded with a breakup with shooting a girl in the head. Nothing from any of these podcasts y'all listen to because you don't have fathers is going to excuse somebody doing something like that. I get that you want to play the game of defense, but you're going to have to pick a side that's worthy of defense. And for this fool, I hope for nothing worse than you to spend a long time with Big Tyrone, because when you abuse women, that's the only fate necessary possible for you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.
Oh, she definitely a troll. I want to see this. Why was his case delayed? That's a very good question. Go lay down. Go lay down, you little booger. I'll give you some attention. You know it. Go lay down. You always want to do this when I stream. Go lay down. Go lay down. We played and went outside earlier. Lay down. Lay down. Yeah. You did some of your training too.
I'm Anjanette Levy, and welcome back to Sidebar here on Law and Crime. Bryan Kohberger, the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students, was back in court this week. And at that time, his lawyer, Ann Taylor, asked for a preliminary hearing, but she asked for it to be set at the end of June, delaying the case nearly 6 months. Take a listen.
I think it should have been denied.
She said she wanted to delay the hearing until the end of June.
I don't think it should have been approved.
We are going to ask the court to set preliminary hearing out into June. We would request the 3rd or 4th.
But in a way, it gives the it gives the prosecution a lot more time to strengthen their case, but it also buys them some time to come up with their rebuttals, which, as we've already covered and watched from one video, and from what Dr. Phil has said that we've covered on this channel, and that I reacted to and uploaded the other night. I didn't really get a lot of people that watched it first, but if you guys want to, go check it out. I'll make sure to put it, like, I'll add an end screen to the end of the stream or something, where the video, if you click on it, takes you to the video I did on Dr. Phil's group about this case. But yeah, his public defense attorney, I guess public defender, because of his status, has, for whatever reason, they are not your average attorney, because they are, I mean, look, all attorneys advocate for their client, whether they're tax funded or not, but even tax funded attorneys, you know, there's always that moniker with it. And this person is acting like they are staunchly ready to defend this guy. And they've put out for his preliminary hearing, which is usually something like, say, how do I say this? Okay. Say that I was that guy that was my brother's friend. Like, say I was him, and I go out and I write a check that's not mine, and I forge it. I get picked up on felony forgery, right? Okay. Well, I get taken in. I'm going to be bonded in at, I'm probably going to have about a $10,000 or $1,000 bail, or maybe even $500 bail, depending upon what the amount was and everything. I bond out. I get a paid attorney, if I can afford it, or if not, a regular court attorney even. And with that charge, you could probably get it down to a misdemeanor of something like theft or whatever. And then, you know, it's not great, but it's better than avoiding a felony, and you have no jail time, whatever, as long as you stay out of trouble and do an agreement and everything. That's how something like that would go. And during that process, the preliminary and stuff would come up, and you would waive that, because a preliminary is a thing that you have the right to request to see, like, what is the case that's against you, sort of, in a way. And they have the right to call people, and the defense has the right to do a few things too as well. It's interesting. So they've waived the process of a speedy preliminary, but they've said it. They still want to have it though, but they've waived it to be speedy.
Probably 4 or 5 days for preliminary hearing. Mr. Kohberger understands his right to a timely preliminary hearing, and he's willing to waive the timeliness to allow us time to obtain discovery in this matter.
And going...
They said he's waived it, you know, to allow us time to get established discovery, you know, and basically let them look at everything.
Through the discovery in this case, that's the evidence that prosecutors hand over, will take a lot of time. It's going to be voluminous with nearly 20,000 tips that police have received, plus DNA test results, cell phone records. You name it, they are going to get it. So they need a lot of time to prepare. Joining me to discuss preparing for a prelim that could take a lot of time is someone who knows about that. She is Laura Uretzian. She was a member of Scott Peterson's defense team about 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
When they were handling his case, when he was accused of murdering his pregnant wife, Lacey, and their unborn child, Connor.
Yeah, he didn't get his appeal. It was a sad case. Like, I really wanted him not to be guilty in a way, but I think by now, I mean, you know, people, you know how California is. He's probably gonna die in their natural causes, unless some crazy way that he does get released. Because there's been a Dr. Phil special with his sister-in-law that she still, you know, believes his innocence and everything, and you know, but with the other woman that he was talking to, and it's just too many things.
So Laura, welcome to Sidebar. Thanks for coming on.
But even as a defense attorney, you still got to defend somebody, and the defense attorney may even know that, yeah, this person is guilty, but how guilty they are is up to me to do, you know, because they might be able to get them off on some charges or whatever, or get a reduced sentence, whatever, you know. So it's the attorney's job to advocate for their client.
Thank you for having me, Anjanette.
A lot of people were really shocked when Ann Taylor asked for a nearly 6 month delay. But we just were talking about this. When Scott Peterson was arrested, it was sometime in the spring of 2003. And then you guys didn't start the prelim for months. It started in October and then ended in January. It went on for weeks. And
well, see, I was young when that case happened, so I didn't follow it until later in the years, but I didn't know that their prelim went that way either.
Weeks. So this was not a big surprise to you, I'm assuming.
Of course it wasn't a surprise. She's getting voluminous discovery. That's going to require not just one attorney, but an entire team of attorneys and experts to go through. And that is very time consuming because the preliminary hearing is important, right? It's the probable cause finding, and she needs to be ready. It's not a 1 or 2 day prelim. This is probably going to be several weeks. I'm assuming at least 5 to 8 weeks as far as the prelim is concerned. So it's the right thing to do. You cannot rush into the prelim unprepared. She has to ask for that time. It's very much expected, and it's the right way to do it.
I'm sure she'll also be...
All right, well, I guess he is entitled to that. I didn't know that you had the right to waive your prelim and get an extension.
Given a team of investigators.
You know, you learn something new every day, folks, about the legal system. But even though this dude is more than likely, we believe, guiltier than sin, he's got to get legal procedure. That's our country.
He's the chief public defender for another county in the Coeur d'Alene area of Idaho, about 2 hours to the north of Latah County.
So he'll be just like little incel kid, only he'll be getting 3 hots and a cot and probably be in protective custody and be getting 3 lousy, hopefully, state hots and a cot. And maybe some evil looks.
She may have her own team of investigators employed by that office that will assist. She's asked for 5 days, between 4 and 5 days for this preliminary hearing. That's a little bit surprising to me, given the amount of evidence that will likely be turned over in this case. And the fact that you're saying in the Peterson case, it was, weeks and weeks. So what do you think of her thinking she can get this done in 4 to 5 days?
Maybe it's too early for her to assess, and I wouldn't be surprised. She probably hasn't had the time to go through the entire discovery. And And like you said,
No.
she's going to have a team of investigators help her, and they're going to be doing their own investigation, which is something that we did during the Scott Peterson case. We had our own private investigators, and we were chasing after witnesses, talking to people, looking into things, having experts look at some of the evidence, guiding us through some of it, preparing for the prelim. So it ended up being, I know, at least 6 weeks from what I recall. It could have been longer. It's been 20 years. But I would expect the prelim to be longer unless things are done a little differently in Idaho or the courts have certain rules. I'm not really sure. Anything is possible, but I would have expected a longer.
Different state courts could have
And it
different
may end up
rules on the
being much
procedure.
longer. They can always go back to the court and ask for a longer period of time. Would you expect them, the
I guess an
defense, to
extension's,
present
yeah,
witnesses at
possible.
a
Another
preliminary hearing? I've been told that actually can happen, but I don't know if it actually will.
They can put up an affirmative defense or impeachment
can
witnesses.
do a what?
But I don't know if it actually will. Preliminary hearing, I've been told them, the defense, to present, and it may end up being much longer. They can always go back to the court and ask for a longer period of time. Would you expect them, the defense, to present witnesses at a preliminary hearing? I've been told that actually can happen, but I don't know if it actually will.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit interested in this preliminary hearing process because I don't know much about it, being myself. So let's check it out.
They can put up an affirmative defense or impeachment witnesses, but most likely, especially.
So they could impeach the character. Okay, if the state calls forth a witness that they know is dirty or something, you know, they could impeach that witness.
In a case like this, they're not going to do it unless they truly have the kind of exonerating evidence that would.
Man, he just gives me goosebumps. Just look at that dude. Damn. Yeah.
Get this case dismissed at a prelim, which is generally highly
Blank.
unlikely. It doesn't
Just
happen
blank.
that often, but it does happen. It happens in cases where the defense puts on evidence and the case is dismissed at the preliminary hearing phase.
Fucking evil monster, dude. You deserve to burn in hell.
These can be pretty routine hearings, but I don't expect this to be routine just because of the nature of it. It's a quadruple homicide.
Yeah, you may get to serve your time at ADX Florence, you know. A guard compared it to a clean version of hell. That's what you'll be living at.
Case, so this isn't going to be like something where you go in, some type of lower level felony and, you call a couple of witnesses and then it's over and it's, bound over to a higher court for arraignment or what have you. So I expect this to be more of a mini trial type of thing, a trial, of the evidence, because sometimes you can get some really interesting information from witnesses during a preliminary hearing.
Technically, you're not supposed to use the prelim for discovery, but you do get a lot of interesting information. In addition, people start talking, whether it be officers or recipient witnesses. And as defense counsel, we get an idea of what these people are going to say and what kind of witnesses they're going to make. And that helps in preparation for the trial. But you're right, this is going to be a mini trial, really, maybe even a trial without a jury. It all depends on how the attorneys handle it and want to go about doing it. Again, like I said, during Scott Peterson's case, it took us weeks, but the trial, of course, took months. And it was a mini version of the trial when we did the prelim. And I would expect something similar with a lot of witnesses. I mean, you've got a lot of officers here who have been involved. Witnesses, a lot of evidence. Maybe experts may testify or may not. I wouldn't necessarily expect too many experts at this stage. But again, both sides are going to be consulting with the experts so that they can effectively represent, at least the defense, effectively represent their clients.
Where do you see the defense going?
So I wonder what they might end up pulling or saying during the prelim. Should be interesting.
Obviously, there are things in the probable cause affidavit that we know about, the DNA on the sheath that they say belongs to Brian.
So they got DNA on a sheath apparently that is connecting to him in the CODIS database, I guess.
Bryan Kohberger, the cell phone records where they say
the cell phone pings, I think, are the most ridiculous, crazy things ever. But they clearly, that's the thing about a cell phone when you have it. It's constantly communicating with the tower, any cell phone tower that's near, and it's basically yelling, "Here I am, here I am," and the cell phone tower will say, "Here I am, I hear you, I hear you, here I am, here I am," and "Here I am" will say, "There you are? Oh, well, I'm this far away from you approximately at this place." And the other tower will communicate back, and that's known as cell phone tower pinging and cell pings. And he apparently went around the GPS location of the crime scene in a stalking way with his phone, pinging. The phone goes silent, like the battery's been taken out, it's been killed, right? Supposedly, that's the time afterwards a crime happens at that location, GPS. After the crime is done, the cell phone comes back online and pings again around near the same area by the same tower and everything. Some people would almost consider that open and shut right there, but I'm sure that's not the beginning of the evidence.
His phone was in the area of the tower servicing the King Road homes. We have, the video, the surveillance video of allegedly his vehicle trying to park at the house. So there are a lot of things.
Oh, wow. If they got him on video parking, that's crazy.
That the defense is going to question in this case.
He really did a shit-ass job if he's a criminology PhD student. Holy shit.
This eyewitness testimony of the surviving roommate who says she saw a man clad in black walk toward her door, go out the sliding glass door, and she said he had bushy...
Yeah, and not only that, he left... Apparently, he left a witness.
Eyebrows. So she...
Wow. Huh. I kind of got to take offense to that because I got bushy eyebrows, but this guy, are you kidding me? He's got like thin slits almost, it looks like. He ain't got no bushy eyebrows.
Can't, to our knowledge, she hasn't said, yeah, that was him, but she gives a description.
Well,
I think she may have been a little overstated or biased in the bushy eyebrow department myself.
Can't say that was him because his face is covered. Again, all of this is circumstantial evidence, and I would expect that if
listen to the attorney come out and her, all of this is circumstantial evidence. No, all of this is the evidence.
To be attacking every single piece of evidence that they had at least mentioned in that affidavit, because there are ways to poke holes in every single one of these pieces, right? Whether it...
Yeah, you can poke holes in things and make it look like shredded cheese, but that don't mean it's shredded cheese.
Be the DNA. I mean, this could have been something that he
looks so calm and like, yes, I'm ready for this process. Like, he doesn't look anxious. He doesn't look fearful. He doesn't look remorseful. He doesn't even look surprised. Like, it's almost like he knows exactly where he's at in the universe right there with that look.
He maybe touched it at some other time.
Shaking his head up and down, trying to agree and go along like he's intellectually coherent in there. Dr. Phil made a point about that, where everybody that knows him has said that he's got a point to try to stand out and come off as the smartest in the room.
It could have happened
and we definitely see that
on a previous day, or there may be issues with the DNA testing itself, and I'm sure the defense will hire their own expert and do their
okay, sure. Still don't mean that it ain't gonna be his DNA.
Their own testing. And if there's any issues, they're going to bring it up. So there's all sorts of ways of attacking evidence that initially seems like, oh my goodness, that's strong evidence.
I guarantee you one of the women courageously, or guys, hopefully, God bless their souls, was able to get some contact DNA from him in their fingernails or whatever. That'll help make sure he's sealed away. This guy needs to be sealed away. To me, he needs the death penalty, but just knowing how things usually go, I mean, it's Idaho. I guess he could get it there. But will he is another question. If he does, good. If he doesn't, he needs to serve it in a place like ADX Florence, like I said. A clean version of hell.
They've got him. Not necessarily. Some of the phone-related information. He could have been
because he's too smart to be in general prison population.
Anywhere. He lives...
Like, for other people's sake. Like, he would end up being one of the guys that have to, you know, do things and he might have to go through a change or whatever, but still he would be dangerous to other people that are like not murderers and stuff. I don't think he should ever be in general pop.
8 to 10 miles away from this location where the crime occurred, he could have just been...
Unless, of course, the families wanted that, then I'd respect the families.
8 to 10 miles away, and the cell towers would have... his phone would have picked up the cell tower in the area of the residence of where the students were. That's nothing strange. There may be more. Again, I don't know.
What do you mean it's nothing strange?
What else there is. There may be more that law enforcement has that's a little more specific and can connect him to the location, but at least what I've seen in the affidavit.
How about the fact it was a white Elantra, and that's what he's driving?
I see issues and problems, and I don't see...
She's just... I mean, she has to talk and act like that because as an attorney, everyone's presumed innocent.
That is enough, especially when you start looking at each piece on its own, which is what we would do. Yes, you have to look at everything all together, which is what the prosecution is going to do. They're going to say, you've got this piece, you've got that piece.
Even even the little pieces you're poking holes into, the bigger pieces point out. And
together, my goodness, that's a very strong...
And scream bigger to me. Sorry.
Circumstantial evidence. But our job as criminal defense attorneys is to break it up, break it apart, and start attacking every single piece separately and show the jury or the court in a prelim the issues, the unreliability of that evidence. And, for example, the shoes, the shoe prints, very common, right? Bushy eyebrows. My goodness, that's...
Did not really have bushy eyebrows.
Pretty common. If you ask me, most men are going to fall under that category. How do you narrow down...
Guilty.
The group of suspects, if you're saying bushy eyebrows, that's not enough to identify and ID anyone. So yes, there are some issues here.
And the sneakers, Vans sneakers, is what
exactly
they're saying.
I used to own a pair of Vans, but I don't anymore.
The shoe print by her door, or what have you, in the direction she said he was walking came from. So it'll be interesting to see if we find out that he owned Vans shoes or not. So we just don't know. Well, Laura Uratsian, a defense attorney, criminal defense attorney, thanks as always for giving us your time and your expertise. We really appreciate it, and we hope you'll come back.
And that was a video by Law and Crime. Make sure to check out Law and Crime Network for all your true crime and latest up-to-date court news and information. They have a channel and all that stuff. So yeah, let me check into the comments here, see how everyone's doing. Hey Caparo, how are you doing tonight? Bowling Stone, how are you doing? No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it, guys. If y'all want to play with something, go ahead. I don't care. Just don't involve me in it, please. You won't lose my wrench, or you won't lose a wrench. Just don't let shit get out of hand. They say something about me, fucking swipe their ass. Like, seriously. I'm so sick. Like, I don't know what Cyrax or any of the other people have done that are quote unquote locals. I don't even want to call them that because I don't like using that term. That's like almost when the Germans in World War II would call the Jews Judea, or or Orthodox Jewish people when they'd refer to non-Jewish people as Goyim. I just find it bigoted, distasteful, and as long as Cyrax, now that's why I say if Cyrax is doing some weird shit, then let a channel like Skeeter Gene or somebody like one of these troll channels or whatever they call themselves. I don't know, I'm not trying to offend them, but whatever they do by watching him, this goes to King Cobra too, or anybody. There are specific channels, I bet, out there that work on a non-aggressive or hateful factor. I mean, I'm not saying that anyone, when they make their reaction videos like I've watched, or that have, because there are people that do what they consider harmless or lightly trolling. We have someone called Mr. Confusion who's done the more, aggressive, he likes to call that, but that's not what he does. But now, if somebody's doing that to these guys or whatever, I wouldn't be looking at it like, what I would advise or suggest is, if people are concerned, like, they can reach out to a channel that deals with that type of stuff and give that channel the information about the person or an organization. There's a lot of other things that they can do, technically. So, that's why I don't like that. I'm gonna watch this because this is 10 months ago, and the dude told me he appreciated me checking out his content. I'm giving it fair reactions. Some members of the Juggalo community. Now, I had friends that were Juggalos in high school, so I ain't got no problem with Juggalos. Just saying. Just like I ain't got no problem with people that are folk or whatever. Like, I respect other lifestyles. I'm just asking to respect mine,
Hey, what's up? It's Tony at work here. Welcome back to the channel. I was
Good to see you, Tony.
scrolling the Cyrax wiki, and I came across this little video here, and I guess it's about...
I'll give your video a like since I'm checking it out and reacting to it. Alright, buddy. I mean, I get this guy looks weird and is fascinating and interesting. I get that part of it. A part of me, I guess humanly, my soul part, hates that we've gotten to this point. But so be it. I'm going to learn everything before I prejudge, okay?
A juggalo named Baby Blue calls him out for lying and not being a real juggalo. He challenges Cyrax by quizzing him on the juggalo lore, and Cyrax is exposed. I thought I'd be interesting. Like I said previously.
Oh yeah, this is a new brand of marijuana called Memberberry by C4. I don't even think I'm gonna pop any of it open tonight because it's too nice.
I used to consider myself a juggalo, a pretty hardcore juggalo.
I'm gonna go for
I've grown up a lot since then.
Blue, BLOU.
And I definitely do not call myself a juggalo whatsoever.
That's good.
And in fact, I find them.
I never have either.
So this is probably gonna be cringe and.
I mean, some people find it funny that people take these people serious as a community. I'm not debating that issue. I'm just watching this because I'm looking into the person known as Cyrax on the internet, because he's technically, I guess, from what they've said in the video, a public figure, or you become one once you come online. I mean, I don't see how you really become a public figure. You just are in the public, which everybody technically was, even before they had an account or whatever. I mean, everybody was out in the public, or could have been a public figure in some way or another if they got involved in something else. I don't know what I'm saying, but anyways, just to shut up, let's continue with the video. You guys get the drift. Oh, I didn't mean to mute
I wanted
it.
to see how much of the Juggalo lore I still remember and know of, and you know,
I don't know any of it.
Some members of the Juggalo community are not happy with Cyrax. They feel as though he's not a true Juggalo and makes them look bad. It's another. I see this one a lot in the Juggalo community. It's the no true Juggalo fallacy. You know, no true Juggalo would ever.
I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that our community is starting to bring in so many outsiders. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now to everybody. Stop bringing in non-juggalos to this shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and name a name right now. Cyrax. I'm sick and fucking
Keep going, Danny boy.
tired of hearing his...
Well, it's crazy he doesn't want to bring any more outsiders, because that's kind of what...
Do you know this guy, dude? Tony? And if you do, like, then you'd be a little bit biased promoting this. But then again, if you know him and he's preaching on something that's factual, then I'd understand why you're promoting it.
At least back in my day, when I was a Juggalo, that's what it was all about. Was like,
oh,
the
okay, so you
outsiders,
used to be a
the
Juggalo,
scrubs, the
okay.
misfits, the fucking this and that shit. So, you know, we got this elite gatekeeper right here, you know, telling us who can and can't be Juggalos, and you know, that's a big reason why I stopped giving a fuck about that shit. Other than the fact that I kind of woke up and realized how fucking shit that fucking music is. But
well, okay, when you have members of an organization, they sometimes organizations are allowed to have criteria, and if you don't meet the criteria, then you don't get in. Like they used to have that, I believe, with the Boy Scout. Hold on just a second. They used to have that with the Boy Scouts, I believe. Did they change it? I think to where even if you're not a boy, you can become a Boy Scout now, I believe. I think I may be correct if I'm wrong, and I'm wrong, but if not, then like I don't know how they were able to get that overturned, because it would seem like if you create a private group, community, whatever, you can create your own membership criteria, etc., even if it's to the point of fanatical or very exclusionatory. I mean, they have that. That's been in history forever. It's still a part of the world today.
you know, that's not all shit. Come on, you know, there was a reason why I liked it.
So if this dude's calling this dude out for trying to be a part of the community, and he may have the authority to do so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know much about Juggalos.
But still, it definitely turned into a fucking hot pile of steaming shit. But nonetheless, we got this elite gatekeeper here. He's calling out Cyrax, and I love a good old call out of Cyrax.
So he's a gatekeeper.
I'm ready for the quiz myself.
And honestly, when I see all my homies and all my people that I truly love and care about put down for, they're my juggalos and my fucking actual family.
Oh,
when I
God.
see these people talking nothing about Cyrax
Family,
this and Cyrax
family,
that,
family,
why the fuck are you guys
family.
bringing in all these non-juggalos? No, Bender
Yeah,
boy,
dude.
Cyrax is not a juggalo. Go ahead and I swear to God, you can quiz him on anything and he's not gonna get any of that right. Cyrax is a fucking bitch. And not
Oh,
only that,
let's go.
he fucking
Damn.
killed a little kid.
What? Well, that was something that somebody could have gave me a heads up on. I did not know that I was going to learn he killed a kid.
So some juggalos began testing Cyrax's knowledge of their culture. Chicken hunting. Heading down the southern trail, I'm going chicken hunting, cutting redneck chicken necks. I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I mean, let's go. You know, that's
Dude,
fine. I
can't-
like
Yo,
that.
dude, your mic cut out, bro. I can't
Oh,
hear you.
what? Oh, sorry.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go chicken
The
hunting.
hell if you
bro.
don't change your ways, motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
so I was
no.
just curious, what album what was your first album that you got into the Clowns?
Mine was, it was actually the demo for the Amazing Jackal Brothers in The Most Tasteless. I remember back in the day it was called Fat or Whack. And then from there I got the Great Malenko CD, but it was just before the release of Jackal Brothers. Is when I myself became a fan. I was like the typical age, you know, I was a blossoming young sprout. I was maybe like, what, 11, 12? So, you know.
Believe it or not.
Culture, knowledge, gatekeep me, juggalo bitches. Let's get it. Test me.
Nah, dude, it was probably, I'm trying to think. I want to say either Jackal Brothers or Riddlebox. I can't remember which one it was that I got in.
So what did the cover look like?
Oh no.
Really, dude? Do you know
Oh,
how many
no.
fucking years it's been since I've listened to that shit?
Well, Riddlebox.
Well, that, I mean, if it's some... Anyways, I'm going to stay out of this.
is a little fucking Jack in the Box. And Jackal Brothers is like a little like Flamer juggling flame balls, brother.
For example, if it was Riddlebox, it's a face coming up out of a Riddlebox, right?
No, it's not a
Really, dude,
Riddlebox.
you're gonna really
It's,
pull that shit, bro.
it's a Jack in the Box.
Are you
If it's Jackal Brothers,
You can't get mad because you do because
if it's Jackal Brothers, it's the face with the flames around it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so most people came in on Malenko,
Right.
given the
Yeah,
fact that
yeah.
you're 29 and you were born in 90.
Yeah.
So the Great Malenko came out in 1998, which means
Yep,
you were only
98.
8 years old at that time. And Riddlebox was before that, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
yep.
chances are you came in with something that was more current
Yeah.
to your
dude,
time
like,
period.
But see, this is
He
what
probably
happened,
came
though. I
in.
was
Probably came in
introduced to
during
the older
Shangri-La.
stuff before the newer shit.
I bet you anything he came in.
What if when he was 12 years old, he just started listening to the stuff that came out in 98? I mean, some people, even back then, they weren't always there were some people of different financial classes or family structures or just different types of people that would be a little bit more behind in the times. Then again, I may be wrong, and they may be actually quizzing him.
Came in during Shangri-La and like didn't even like know shit and just fucking got fucking face palmed out of the community before he could even fucking do shit, dude.
Sounds good, sounds good.
But
So let's
basically,
just go.
you basically introduced me to like a lot of the older shit, and then I went back.
How
and I
old,
listened to a
man?
lot of
How
the newer
old?
stuff,
Cause
like
their
the
old
older
shit is
stuff,
fucking.
Boondock.
Yo, to this day, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm making fun of juggalos, right?
Man, he looks like that dude that's got a big neck almost. Cyrax does. I'm not trying to make fun of him or nothing.
But to this day, to this motherfucking day, Carnival Carnage, Ringmaster, Riddlebox,
I don't know
even
who
the shit
any
in
of that
between,
is.
dude. Terror Wheel, fucking.
I'm not scared to admit that I don't know what any of that is.
What was that? The Love album. I can't remember. It had a bunch of good shit on it. But anyways, all that old ICP shit is fucking fire. I mean, I gotta say it. You know, I just gotta
Okay,
say
so
it.
it's part of ICP.
And I just,
Okay.
you know, to this day.
All right, so let's go with
I just don't know the
the
terminology.
Brothers, because that's a later album, right?
Oh,
That was
Spooky's
1999.
I know who
Spooky's
ICP
nice.
is, but
Yeah,
I don't know the
99, that's about
What's your
terminology.
favorite song on that album? Do you remember?
God, dude, I haven't listened to that album in a while. I'd have to go
Fuck, I don't know either. That's just a tough question.
All right.
I mean, I like the Assassins. I like Everybody Rise. I like the intro song. Honestly, the fucking.
Seems clear to me that, Mr. Tony, that you are a juggalo, which, all respect to you, brother, if you are. Like, I ain't got nothing wrong with you. My bad for saying brother. I'll just call you bro. But, you know, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're trying to show, like, how he really has no knowledge. And if he is acting like he does and don't, I get why you would do this.
Boom shaka, ha ha ha. Oh, that's probably cringe. It's so cringe going back into the juggalo shit, but.
Dude,
cringe with me.
What are you getting at?
Fucking Echo Side is probably one of the dopest songs on that album.
You could tell that Cyrax is visibly upset, and the girl knows it, and she's sitting there like, oh, it's about to happen, and he's over there with his camera turned off like, you're about to find out.
Oh man, to this day. Sounding like Deontay Wilder over here. To this day!
I was just curious, man, because, you know, the juggalo community
Because you're not
means a lot to me personally.
Because you're not a true juggalo, Cyrax. You're not part of the cult. You're not fam, bro. Get the fuck out. Okay? Go fucking sit on a Fago. And fuck yourself.
And so I'm just curious as to, like, what part of it you had.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, and Fagos aren't that bad. Like, I've had them before. They're good.
Oh, no.
Fight with the most. So, what is your favorite song overall?
Overall? That's
The Drink, obviously.
so tough, bro.
I wasn't like really drawn
Damn,
in.
overall?
Music-wise, yeah, I was.
Bro, they got such a broad category, even for a quote-unquote real juggalo. That'd be a tough one, man. Overall, bro, there's so many fucking just bangers that they had back in the day. You know what I mean? Honestly, and there's nothing wrong, I should clarify, there's nothing wrong with, like, ICP and their art. Into the fucking...
Song?
Going, yeah. Oh, fuck, no, I completely forgot.
Have a favorite song?
What happened?
Going, yeah. I'm drawn in through, like, the community aspect, you know what I'm saying?
So,
Like, yeah,
so you
I
don't have a favorite song?
Going, yeah. Oh, fuck, no, I completely forgot. That's okay. So, like, believe it or not,
What the
once
fuck?
actually got me into him, it really wasn't ICP, it was, like, it was ICP to a certain extent.
It wasn't ICP, it was that one group, Twizzler. Yeah, I was really into that group, Twizzler. I'm definitely not a Juffalo.
So, like, it was mostly through, like, Boondocks and Twisted that I actually got into. Like I said,
Alright. Bro, Boondocks is always whack to me, I'm sorry. Sorry I said it.
But I got brought in through, you know, a different way.
Or like psychopathic in general?
Entirely, but I'm mostly, you know.
Oh, he's
what did you think of
skating
the
over
new
here.
ABK stuff? Do
Which
you remember?
one? Face. Or I think that's what it's called, Mudface. Dirty History is history for some reason.
So, what's your favorite ABK album?
Dirty History, 100%.
God, dude. Since
Dirty History.
I've heard all the albums, but sorry to say,
Dirty
dude, but
History.
you're starting to sound like that Danny boy. So you gotta go, man. Peace.
Oh, you're out.
No, I don't think that's what he was trying to do. I think.
That's kind of what it seemed like, though, you know.
Well, no,
Well,
it's
he's
not
just
that.
asking,
It's just
bro.
that
He's just asking questions.
people do take this community.
Real
the
bitch
lifestyle
Jamie
of the jungle
Nicole.
very seriously.
Too seriously. Makes it not
so
fun.
seriously, to the point that
Yeah.
it's offensive to them.
Listen,
No.
You don't know
it's
certain things.
Foolish of them.
Right, but
Gives a fuck.
I sent you a link. No, Violent, what'd it do?
Yo, Violent George.
Nah, shit, man. And babe, like I said, check your private
Violent
messages,
George, bro.
please.
I've got a cousin named George who
Cyrax,
is a hardcore juggalo. Oh no, don't do this to me. Come on, don't do this to me. We're near the end. We're at the 6-minute mark. Violent George has stepped up to the plate. Hold on, come on. My internet's just getting back. Fuck you. Alright, we back here. Violent George has hit the scene, dude.
Shit, man. And babe, like I said,
Violent
check your
George.
private messages, please.
Cyrax, the chat
Yeah.
wants to know if you can name the first 6 Joker's cards.
Oh fuck, okay, we got Carnival Carnage, Ringmaster, Riddlebox, Great Malenko, Amazing Jackal Brothers, and then Shangri-La. And then they got the Hell's Pit, which was like a side Joker's card. And then they fucking decided to introduce a new deck of Joker cards, which fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Am I gonna be allowed in the Shangri-La Juggalo Gatekeepers? I feel like I'm simping for Chance here, but I was just dude even is. First deck, okay, so it's nope. Inside Cyrax brain. Oh,
On to us. What are we gonna do?
I don't even think he's that intelligent.
Let's tell him you can't hear what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hold on.
Can you name the first 6 Joker's cards?
Hold on, dude. I'm gonna have to restart the stream, man. I could barely fucking hear
Oh
you.
Here, hold on,
god.
I'll leave and come back.
Shit!
What a fucking pussy. I mean, of course.
Oh wow. I mean, I think that might be a little bit. What if the dude just doesn't have good memory or something? The dude looks like he literally has a condition or something. Like, I'm not trying to be mean. Like, I feel bad about kind of watching that ending there. Hold on, what'd you say? Hey Capiro, hold on, I'm checking chat right now. Alright Heather, you take care, hon. Let's look at something else that Tony's put up. That guy. It's a new channel. Guess I'm gonna finish this video since I didn't finish it.
My dad kept on telling me, Josh, calm down, Josh, calm down. He said it was surreal watching it. And that was kind of my wake-up call. Like, you know what? I love to drink alcohol, but
So, obviously what I'm gathering here is there was some sort of incident on the drive to Cheyenne. possibly a fight because Josh is fucking 2 sheets to the fucking wind if you can't remember anything. And obviously gets out, starts a big old fuss, probably throws a fucking giant baby fit. That causes attention. Somebody from the public calls the police. And next thing you know, our giant man baby is in jail for the night.
I don't need to do it in like excessive amounts. A little bit every now and then ain't gonna hurt.
Every now and then? Josh, you
I'm
drink...
pretty much ignoring my phone right now so I can focus on the video.
I just watched you kill this tall boy.
I can't even afford to drink it right now. I mean, I can't not afford. I mean, I couldn't like stomach or stand to drink even a little bit every now and then.
And like, holy shit, you guys! If I tried to drink this tall boy right here, it would probably take me a few hours. It would probably take me maybe a few hours. Honestly, truly.
I mean, to me, alcohol was always like I didn't like the taste of most alcohol. Even mixed drinks were very hard to stomach. And so when I did drink back when I was not under any psychiatric care and not actively like taking medicine or anything, I was just smoking at that time and trying stuff like I was smoking weed. But like when I did drink, what I did was I would always just try to chase it as much as I could and chug it down, and it basically, drinking was like a chore. It felt like a chore almost to me, and it was usually never fun when I did get drunk, the times I did, and I never did like the after effects, most certainly, but I did have some drinks sometimes over some candlelit dinners and jacuzzi nights, with my ex, like, the people that these people have made a spectacle out of too, and, disrespected her, even though I don't think if she even knows that. I don't know. She probably don't know. Maybe she does. Maybe she don't care. But, I treated Kayla so well. I treated her like somebody treated their partner from the 60s or 50s. And she treated me like somebody treats their partner in the modern day woke age. And that's real talk.
And I've watched him do it in 8 minutes? Because at the beginning, when I started recording, is when he opened it. Josh. You need help, my friend.
So yeah, if you can avoid going to jail, I would.
Yeah, 100%, I would too.
Thank you, Cliff Whitaker, for your $5 to Cash App and PayPal. They write, get you a beer on me too, Cobes. Cheers.
People send him money to buy beer. That's kind of sad.
And see, Josh thinks that these people that are paying him are his fans, but these are the real trolls, man. These are the real trolls.
I bet you they are.
Literally
Tyler,
paying this
thank you
man
for
to kill
your
himself.
$6.66 donation to Cash App and or PayPal. A circle of protection for your friend.
Well, if my trolls,
oh yes, and shout out to Danny Brown.
Think of giving me money in the thought that that might work on me, they got a serious mistake, because I will make that money go to great use. Believe me.
That's cool. I got a couple celebrities that watch my videos.
Great
use. Pretty cool.
Mm.
That is pretty cool, actually.
So donate all you want to.
Donated $1. The worst of it pointed my family. My pipe tobacco. I'm all right. The worst of it that happened was I lost my pipe
I'm
tobacco.
putting pain ointment on my foot thanks to you fuckers.
I lost one of my magic wands, and I disappointed my family.
Wow, that's a very interesting sequence of the way he went through that. It's like Let's listen to it again.
Just because I have a wand does not make me this guy. This guy is a wand maker. He might believe in magic. Like, I have wands as props and collectible items. I don't believe they're actual real. Let's get that straight and first and foremost. Now, do I like wands? Yeah. Do I like the fiction behind it? Yeah. Do I like the story? Yes, I do. I am a fan. But I am not to the point to where, like, I actually believe in a wand working any actual magic. Now, I heard that he makes custom wands, and if they're any good, I would be interested in buying one.
Actually,
the real Danny Brown on Cash App, but they donated $1. The worst of it that happened was I lost my pipe tobacco, I lost one of my magic wands, and I disappointed my family.
Me.
I think all of that would have been sufficient just to say, like, I disappointed my family, basically.
Me, and then I disappointed my family.
Yeah, I caught that too.
Josh, that should have been the first thing. This is how you should know you're sick, bro. You're not thinking of anything other than, obviously, yourself. Me, myself, me.
Yeah, I try not to be like that.
And that's not a good feeling, dude. I love
because we are selfish by nature. We are selfish by nature.
As much as I love my dad's side of the family.
Some more than others.
And the only reason I'm seeking help is for them, not for me.
No, it's because you
like
need
I said,
it.
I'm far too intelligent for therapy. I don't need a goddamn therapist to be like, well,
no, you're not.
I'm depressed because I'm living in a society full of brain-dead, retarded idiots who are obsessed with their goddamn cell phones.
What?
You know how it is, YouTube. When I get mad or depressed about some shit, I go off on YouTube and rant about it. You know?
Yeah,
well,
when
that's
you get
probably
mad
not a healthy
Cubs,
thing to
we
do.
know what it is. We know what.
That's because you lack the ability. You're probably turned off to the idea of coping skills, Cobes, and you don't need to be. Like, coping skills are. Anyways,
what it is, it's the dry spell, Cobes. It's the dry spell, and it might help you to talk to a therapist about it. It might help. It might help you, open up some options with them. You never know.
Because that's just how it is. YouTube is like my therapy session. When I'm feeling depressed and shit.
No, it shouldn't be like that though. You should talk to an actual trained professional.
Damn, man, the Cash App donations are coming in left and right.
Hell yeah, because people want to watch you fuck up now. Now they know you're on a path of destruction. The law's got their fucking hooks in you.
You're going to help me get my bank account out of the negative, and I appreciate that. You guys and gals and they, thems, you all don't have to donate, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated.
Of course.
I don't beg for money. I really don't. There are people out there who actually beg for money, and me, on the other hand, I'm like, I get it. If you can't donate, I understand.
Cobes, saying that doesn't make it not e-begging.
No, but if you do, it's greatly appreciated kind of thing.
We know how you are, Cobes. YouTube. We know how you are. We've seen you e-beg. You're one step away from being a fucking Christian, just all out being like, please, please, please.
Fuck me. Where did that $55 come from?
Oh, yeah.
That's just awesome.
Hell yeah, you get a lot of sympathy donuts.
I got some debit card money. Every time I use my debit card, my PayPal or Cash App card, I get a little bit of cash back. Some legal weed. I love alcohol. I want it. There's a difference. I go through periods where I don't drink as much, and I mainly just smoke pot because, let's be real, folks, marijuana is sacred.
Is king. Is king.
That's what you should do.
Wow.
What you should only be doing.
And I've honestly found out of all the things that I've done to alleviate the stress of...
Cobes, but guess what? If Wyoming legalized weed tomorrow, you'd still be an alcoholic.
If you need it medically, I wouldn't use recreational marijuana. Just like I don't use recreational alcohol, I wouldn't use recreational marijuana. I'm not saying if I was a regular average type person, like didn't have any issues or whatever, I might, in the abstract thinking about it. But can't see myself, you know,
my life. Marijuana is great. I smoke it. I feel at one with myself. I feel at peace
Yeah,
with
it's
the
wonderful.
world.
It's tight.
And I'm more chilled out, you know?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Cat Williams said, there's this thing in weed that's called fuck it, and if you can get that shit in your system, it'll change your goddamn perspective on some shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna pay the light bills. They don't want the whole thing. They don't want a deposit. They want the whole thing. Fuck it. Hit the blunt one time and see if it don't change your perspective on some shit. 'Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do about these lights. Fuck them goddamn lights. I got 12 candles. I've been waiting to burn these bitches.
No, see, no, that's not like that. That might be Cat Williams' experience or whatever, but man, if I have like a fucking, I don't know, smoke weed, that shit makes me like hyper aware of that. Like if I've got my light bill,
I got shit to do. Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
You know,
you got shit you got to do.
be shut off, and I'm like smoking. I'm gonna feel like tremendously guilty that I'm smoking, buying the smoke instead of buying lights for my home.
Michael,
paying
thank
the
you
light
for your
bill.
$66 donation. I appreciate it.
This is just a stream where he gets shit on
and I never feel like
with donos.
I never feel better.
I want to hear more about the tragedy of jail.
Jay, thank you for your donation.
Okay, maybe the jail story's over. He's getting all the sympathy donos. That's tight. I mean, good for him. I'm glad he's making money. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sit here and seem like I'm like a hater because he's out here making these donos. But I mean, we know what he's doing with him. He's spending them on, you know, just crazy amounts of booze and fast food, and you know, and it's cool. Whatever. It is entertaining. But I mean, at the end of the day, we are watching this man just slowly kill himself. It's kind of interesting too. It's almost like a science project, if you will. I don't know. It's wild. It's very wild. But if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Welcome.
Have a good one.
I'm trying to learn as much as I can from your channel.
Hello, Tony at work here. Welcome back to my channel. Right now I'm over here at the William Glory Hole channel, checking out the latest Cyrax body cam footage. This is after Chance freaked out online, and it's just the standard Cyrax freak out. You know, Marty did this, Masshole did that, blah blah blah. But you know, one of his friends, a concerned citizen, called in a welfare check on Cyrax here. So, you know, let's hear the story. Let's see what he says to the policeman. There's a lot of silence in the beginning, so I kind of skimmed through to see where we started.
Corey.
Please.
Okay, yes he is.
Damn, Sally is like an old school cowgirl, dude. Cowboy straight up. Who are you? They start with a flashbang to the police. They've installed home defense. Who are
Corey.
you?
Please.
Okay, yes he is.
Can we talk to him for a minute?
I love that. Who are you? Those lights. Yeah, those, three of them? Three of them? Damn.
Yeah, those are. That is good lighting for cameras and everything. Like, that's good lighting.
I got that much. What's going on?
What's going on?
One of
What's
your
happening? I'm
followers
so
called,
confused.
said that you were trying to hurt yourself. No, I'm not trying to hurt myself. What's going on is about
Now, I don't know what night or stream or what happened on stream that night. I know I've been streaming now just for a little bit of time, and we've been having a nice calm evening. The dog's been out and everything. We're relaxing and chilling. We're watching these videos, and I know damn well that if that were to happen to me again, that would be some bullshit, because I'm fine. Like I told people earlier today, and I got off earlier today because of some threats. But I ain't trying to pay attention to those threats. I'm trying to do what I should be legally allowed to do in my own home.
Do you guys know about the whole thing with me being accused of being a pedophile?
No, these individual officers probably do not know the particulars when it comes to you being accused as a
You know, I mean, sure, yeah, it's not just my place or whatever, but, you know, I'm doing a very calm voice. I'm not being loud or obnoxious or doing a crazy stream. I'm just trying to react and watch and break down, give my thoughts on videos, and talk to people from here time to time in chat while they're talking amongst themselves and watching the video with me. Like, what is wrong with me liking to do that? Nothing. I shouldn't be bothered for it.
Female. And
if you want to go make fun of me amongst yourselves, go do it. But leave me alone.
me and her started talking something. I had no idea this was her.
Please leave my family alone, at the very least.
I had no idea he had hired her or anything. I had no idea. Well, she started talking to me and whatnot on and off by phone call. She told me that, you know, hey, you know, I gotta go from now, whatever. Alright, cool, you know, go do your thing, whatever. Well,
it's like the Vegas story ever. Wait, hold on.
She hits me back with a picture. Hey, you know, I gotta go from now, whatever. Alright, cool, you know, go do your thing, whatever. Well, a little bit after that,
oh my God,
she hits me back with a.
So this guy not only spits at his own feet and the officer's feet, which is like a huge sign of disrespect, he spits on the brand new fucking like patio deck that just got finished.
Yeah.
He's just out there spitting away. Damn, no respect.
I would have leaned over and said,
who I was assuming was her, you know. And then right after that, she claimed to be underage. And ever since then,
my mouth from the meds and from the side effects I had from the meds while I was in the hospital, I literally had to spit into cups and stuff, and I would say out of habit, excuse me, because I don't give a damn what you're doing. Like, that's, you know, it's just common courtesy.
I've been called a pedophile. I had been called all kinds of stuff. These people have stalked my family. They, at one point, had a little...
Well, I can relate to everything you said except being called a P word, because I literally am partnered with, well, not... I'm joined as a member of their channel. I'm not partnered with them. Let me take that back. Don't want to say the wrong thing and it get taken out of context. But yeah, I live and eat and breathe videos on people getting caught on the internet and using apps and games and Discord servers and stuff. So I hope you are telling the truth about that, man. I truly do. Because if I'm watching you and you are, like, only if he is legitimately after kids would I feel remotely okay about anything that's happened to him. And even then, I would still rather the cops just nab him. And
a little over a month ago, I don't know if you guys still have this on file, but a little over a month ago, one of them was on our neighbor's roof right here and shot a bullet into my window, which then went into my mattress. The police even came out and investigated it, said they weren't going to do anything, and these people have...
I mean, I can relate to that. About police not doing anything, I certainly could relate to that.
Basically broken so many federal laws.
So that's what the story's evolved into? Somebody...
Well, that's not what my story evolved into. That's just what happened. You know, like, if you don't believe me here, I'll show you. Because I know, like, they would love to show my video to a person, or I hope if any authorities or anything is watching my videos, they actually come to my profile. I know that my therapist people do. Let me see here. Okay, like right here. This ought to show you how I feel
all
about
of you
that stuff.
go and check out and support Colorado Ped Patrol. They got they do a lot of good work out here catching these creeps that are on the streets trying to get children. All of you go and check out.
This was the day before I got thrown into the hospital. And I was
Hey guys,
I was at therapy.
We're at therapy today in person. I thought it would be maybe a telephone at first because I thought I was getting a ride, but my ride was just a little late. Look at how nice it is here. We even have a few minutes before I get called back to my appointment. So me and Brownie are outside on a stroll. Brownie, come here. Go pee pee. Can you go pee pee?
This is the way my
This is the
story
YouTube
came out.
app from my PS4. The stream I'm looking at is Boss Lady Birds. The stream she is sniping and logged into under a chat, or one of her other participants' screen she's sharing that they're logged into and looking at, is logged in as HeyTymo PD. Now, I shared this stream earlier, but I had chat turned on, her chat. And one of these, whoever, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, or one you can't see on this panel that's in the studio, was on this account and said Justice 4 and my first name.
That's all
and
the
tried
facts.
to make it look like I was doing it, which is not going to work because this is clearly y'all showing you're logged into my stream.
No, you didn't.
There I am. And this is the YouTube app from my PS4. The stream I'm looking at is Boss Lady Birds. This is the YouTube. We're gonna get away with this.
But then keep the man being
One of you is. One of you is.
But he said it's gotta be Bird. I don't know.
It's got to be one of y'all. We're gonna get away with this.
But then keep the man being
I mean, I don't know how much more clear you gotta be. But anyway, so yeah. Let's check back to the Cyrax video.
He stood on your because he's got to make the
I would assume
trajectory.
that's a state or federal thing since it's across state lines. I don't know, but apparently my police don't give a shit. So that's why I say I can relate, and I just showed proof. So don't ever say I ain't got no receipts.
Work, right? I mean, because obviously they wouldn't be standing over here on the ground and be able to shoot into the window.
I can't get.
So the only way Cyrax can make that story even sellable
I'm gonna have to get
is to
changed
put somebody on the roof as they fired into the window, because that's the only way he could make it make sense. I mean, but Cyrax, that sounds ridiculous.
Walls by
Let's say it again.
They wouldn't be.
Roof right here and shot a bullet into my window, which then went into my mattress. The police even came out and investigated it, said they weren't going to do anything. And these people have basically broken so many federal laws.
So that's what the story's evolved into? Somebody stood on your... Well, because he's got to make the trajectory work, right? I mean, because obviously they wouldn't be standing over here on the ground and be able to shoot into the window. So the only way Cyrax can make that story even sellable is to put somebody on the roof.
Why couldn't they be on the ground? Why would they have to be on the roof? Trajectory is I mean, yeah, it's a science, but still.
As they fired into the window.
Trajectory can change, like when... I'm not getting into it, but I know about...
Because that's the only way he could make it make sense. I mean, but Cyrax, that sounds ridiculous.
Laws by attacking me every time I try to make a brand new Twitch or whatever, they mass report me for no reason.
If you quit
there was a
the
point
internet,
where I tried to stay off the internet for about 3 months.
Okay, well, see, these people obviously must have some chat logs on you or something, dude. That's what I'm guessing. There's some chat logs somewhere of you trying to hit up somebody underage, and I ain't got no sympathy for you. The only thing I can say is I relate to this, but I don't relate to that part of the story.
They had sent...
Like, and I can understand wanting those people to quit the internet. I can understand that.
They send people to our house all the time, like scrappers.
Okay.
There was one dude that came down from Canada to come here, and we're just like, dude, you're here from Canada. Like, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Like, these people have swatted us multiple times.
but see, Cyrax, you just gotta ignore all that. Don't respond. Just ignore it. Leave it alone. You know, someone shows up at your house for some scraps, send them on their way like you have been. You know, you get them grinder guys fucking showing up at your door. I mean, give them the old Blind Billy treatment. Invite them in. Shit. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. That's gross. I mean, but I'm sure you've done worse, Cyrax.
They have, at one point, sent a dead baby pig still in the mother's fetal sack to our house. Like, they've done
the
all
old fetal
kinds
sack
of stuff.
story. You guys never forget the dead baby pig fetus in the fetal sack.
We've gone to the FBI, everything we can do,
Went
and
to the
like,
feds.
we don't always do anything. Like, just tonight, I flat out told them, like, look, if this is how this is gonna be, I don't need this. Like, these people have actually tried to do harm
Hell
to me
yeah.
and my family. Granted, yeah,
Hell yeah, he said it. He said straight up, you know, I don't need to do this. And it's like the 1000th time we've heard him say it. So we know.
I get there in other
To be fair, it's not what he said.
states.
I love that he's talking about too a little bit ago how he tried to get off of the internet, but they just kept sending.
But see, I haven't seen the chat logs, so it's hard for me just to take the word for that.
Rappers and stuff to his house, so he had to respond by getting back on the internet, because the scrappers are coming. So either way, he's got to be on the net,
But it's like, how long until someone gets hurt?
Yeah. But you're not going to hurt yourself, though?
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying
Yeah, that's right. Like, the cops didn't give a fuck about a single word you said. Somebody called with concerns that you were going to hurt yourselves, and that's all they care about. You're not going to hurt yourselves, right? All right, we're out. Peace.
Though, that's really redundant how we can make a whole talk on that, but anyway.
Just, like, if you look me up on YouTube, you'll see, like, all kinds of videos of, like, these people just making me look like total shit. And,
Damn.
And like I tell these people, if you got a
Cyrax
problem
is
with me,
chatty.
okay, fine.
Cyrax just wants a friend. He just wants someone to tell stories to and chop it up. Look at how much he's talking compared to the cops. He found someone that has to listen to him.
They have nothing to do with it. Live stream that he will stop at nothing to make me look like shit. And it's like, why, dude? Like, I've tried ignoring it as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've done everything I can. Just recently.
Well, we know why,
I don't know
Cyrax.
if he has a case on him or not, but from what one of my
We
friends...
know why. You know what you did to make it personal with your so-called tormentor. You know what you did, Cyrax.
said he does, I'm not sure.
Oh.
But
see, I don't know none of that.
like, these people are just like, they're
So,
evil, dude.
no,
Like,
don't take any offense
it's like,
on
how
me
can
for
you sit there and spend your...
giving a fair, analysis or whatever. I'm just reacting from my perspective. But if that's the case, then damn.
your whole time worrying about what someone else is doing when they're over here trying to mind their own business.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
Cyrax
said,
so noble. He's just over there
taken
minding
into
his own business.
consideration what
And they tried to turn me into
a lot of the people say,
He doesn't do nothing.
stay off the internet,
He didn't
lock
do
your
nothing
stuff up,
wrong.
which I do. I do lock my stuff up as much as I possibly can. But I don't think what these guys realize is that these people that I'm dealing with they're tech savvy.
Yeah, that's that's something I need people to understand about mine.
YouTube live stream, taking over it, and just started going just freaking nuts on me. And it's like, what do you like? And it's gotten to the point to where I have broken down and told them, physically, yeah, I'm good. Mentally, you guys have fucked me up, and I don't need that. I need to get back to being where I was. I don't need this. Like, you guys.
Where were you before all this?
Because, like I told them, I used to be like them as a kid.
You up,
I used to be a troll. I used to do that shit.
As a kid.
When I got my ass handed to me by somebody when I was a kid, I told them, like.
So, like, now even more suspicious is that this dude's got chat logs somewhere.
That's when I stopped, and that's when I realized, like, yo.
Yeah, these cops are utterly uninterested.
It's like I told them. Eventually,
shut the fuck up.
It's gonna get someone hurt. Whether it be you or someone else, someone's gonna get hurt because of this. Like, it's one thing to troll on the internet and this and that and the other. That's one thing. But when you take it from the internet to real life, that's where it needs to stop. Right. And these guys just don't. They don't care.
Think about that before you send your real life talk to what you think a kid is a kid.
Holy shit, dude! No wonder man. Fuck you, dude.
Freaking crazy.
Right. It's that simple.
Not the channel, dude, but Cyrax.
Out of their way, because I actually have screenshots or text.
You're lucky that they don't have you
cross. What's with like random loss of audio?
To make me his, and I told him, like, dude, I appreciate the love, but I'm not like that. I'm not gay. I have no problem with it, because my older brother who passed from cancer in 2015 was. I have friends and stuff that are, so I totally support it. But for you to sit there and try to force that, no, dude, like, you need help bad. But it's like, nobody's doing anything, and it's like, how do you deal with this shit when, you go to the police, they won't do anything, FBI won't do nothing. Like, how do you handle that?
You ignore it.
Like, these guys are seriously out of control.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, okay, we don't give a fuck. How long does Cyrax keep talking?
Let it play.
Well, they were the reason behind that. These people that are attacking me are the same reason that he's actually sitting in either, I don't know if he's in jail or in a mental hospital right now, because I watched a lot of his videos, like I watched a lot of it back, and you can tell that he is severely special needs. And they took advantage of that and basically made him think that his mom wanted him in that way, and he ended up doing some stuff.
Oh no, he's explaining the Chris Chan story to this fucking cop.
And it's like I told people, if y'all would have left him alone, he might not have acted on that.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
Like, and it's like, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to make me the...
Stop using this stuff, dude. You're sick.
The next version of him, and it's like, that's not gonna happen. Like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, where does the free... It's one of those things where it's like, where does the...
How could there be a Cyrax nation? If you see any of that shit come in here, don't feel bad, ban it.
I mean, I agree with him there.
It's one thing for it to be on the internet. It is.
I see a lot of comparisons to him and Chris Chan.
Or
at least I see people comparing him a lot. I don't personally see the comparisons myself. Yeah, like, Cyrax is not nearly as regarded as Chris Chan, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist or a therapist. I always give those random disclaimers.
Yeah, same here. I'm not a professional either. Seek out your own medical professional help if needed.
But I would say that Cyrax is significantly more intelligent than Chris Chan, like in the aspect of like self-awareness and I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but I don't think he's like Chris Chan level manipulatable. Is that even a word?
But when you take it from the internet to someone's real life, it's like, dude, you're putting lives in danger at that point. like, doing the shit you guys do. Like, how do we know that one of these scrappers that shows up, how do we know that they ain't gonna try to do something, you know?
Yeah.
Which is why we have protection.
They might take your screen door
That's
for a
good.
scrap.
But it's,
Alright, man. Boy, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through all that.
and bear in mind, this has been going on for a little over 6 years now. All because of this one dude that couldn't take no. And it's like I've had some crazy exes.
This shit sounds so
This
like
guy's way worse
fantastical
than
to
any
the
of them
cops,
put
I
together,
believe.
I swear to God.
Yeah. I mean,
No, they hear a lot of crazy shit.
They both like don't believe and don't care.
So, I mean, we're going to document what was said.
Yeah.
But like I said,
And just in case you guys are wondering,
Document, aka they're gonna shorthand it.
Stop with the audio.
you guys, what he does, and I don't know if you guys have, like if there's a law against this, but what he does is he'll take, like, the body cam footage, and he'll post it up just to make me look like shit. And it's
Here
like,
we go. We're breaking the fourth
why?
wall.
Like, you're not doing you're not proving anything by doing that. And it's like, it's so weird. Like, I've been in some weird spots before.
That'd be
but
funny if
dealing
you.
with this shit is like,
That'd be funny if y'all got the body cams for me.
what makes you want to do this?
That would make
Like,
me.
it's crazy to
Look
me.
at you.
That would literally make me request body cam footages for other things so I could post. So, if anyone's watching this thinking of getting any body cams of me, I implore you. I bet you won't find a damn one, because these cops around here, they don't turn that thing on, have it on, and use it, keep it unless they want to.
Because no normal person does this.
Cyrax, we get to see the authorities firsthand interaction with you. Like, these are incredible. I'm forever grateful to William Glory Hole for posting these. William, thank you. I don't know if you're a viewer, but thank you.
It's good to show how somebody. If you take away the fact that he tried to send his picture or whatever, and tried to do that foul shit that he should be, like, investigated for and turned into the police. If you take that away, this happening to a regular person is a bad and a no-go. But, I don't have any sympathy for him. If that's true. I say that if that's true. Remember, this is speculation based.
Much appreciated. If you haven't, go sub to William Glory Hole. I very often will get comments.
I might check it out. I've been indifferent on wanting to check that channel name out just for the name.
Like, where do we find the original videos? La da 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 da. I could start linking them in my description. I'm just like kind of a lazy ass when it comes to that. Oftentimes I say what I'm watching.
That's really easy. You can go up here and click open a new tab and then go to edit on your live while it's streaming and put it in the description. I tried it, like I'm gonna do that for you right now just to show you how easy it is, bud, because especially if you're gonna react to someone's videos and stuff, like, and especially bigger channel. I would do it to any channels, but even bigger channels, I would say it's a must. What's up, Iceman? Sorry, I'm just now looking at chat and seeing stuff. Hold on. There we go. And it's that easy, bro. Oh, shit.
Hello. Tony at Work here. Welcome back to my channel.
Six, 7 years ago, if you were to tell me that I'd be going through this, I would have looked at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
But now it's like, now that I'm in it, it's like, when does this nightmare end? Like, get me out of this shit.
Right.
Like, get me back to my normal life, please.
Yeah.
Kitty car 5 District, 752, East Hardwood Avenue, 433.
Stop being a scumbag, man. Stop stealing music. Stop stealing art. Stop talking to kids. You know, just stop. It's simple. It's a really simple formula.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, and I do try to ignore it for the most part. I definitely do. But
I don't know, like I said, about any of that, but if it's true, it's true. So, I don't know. Speculation only. And information purposes only.
it's like, it's definitely hard when they do things that interfere with, you know, your way of making money. Because like I said, these people have, like, when I had a Twitch account, I was doing really well. I was actually at
videos coming up to its end.
Where, like, you actually get paid.
What's gonna happen? The cop's gonna be like, all right, dude. Oh, is it just gonna silent out?
Alright, you guys take it easy.
Alright, be good.
Oh yeah, wow. The cops pretty much were like, all right, man, we gotta go.
Yeah.
They're like, thank fucking God the radio bailed us out.
Alright, be good.
Alright, be safe.
Alright. Be safe. Wow, another visit for Cyrax.
And that is Tony at Work. Check him out. Link is in the description. What's up, Iceman, everybody? I'm going to check out the chat. I'm going to, I think, play a song. I'll look up some copyright-free music. If I use anything anyone else uses in a stream of theirs or anything, it's not intentional. It's just because there's only so much stuff on here. Like, these will probably be good. I'm gonna put this up too.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see why the chat is not popping up here in this thing. Looks like I'm gonna have to delete and make a new chat box. I guess that's cool. There it is. Oh, why can't things just work normally? don't know why the chat box is not wanting to work. Trying to get things fixed, y'all. I'll tell y'all what. We will, hold on just a second. I don't know what's funny.